In celebration of the 4th of July, we are welcoming back Chef Ken Ohlinger to show us some side dishes that we can add to our holiday cookouts. Chef, thanks so much for being back.
Good morning, thank you.
And now,
No, go ahead.
Well, first things first, it's not only the 4th of July, but it's also a special day today.
Yep, it's my sister's birthday. So I just want to wish my sister Janelle Brooks,
What's her name?
Dr. Janelle Brooks.
Dr. Janelle.
Dr. Janelle Brooks, happy birthday back in South Carolina.
Okay, so now let's get into this.
Right.
Well, you came for Memorial Day and showed us some yummy things. Today, what do you have for us?
So today we have a watermelon green chili vinaigrette and feta salad, some street corn ribs, and a adorable friend of mine. We were shopping around the other day and we found some great nectarines, burrata, mint, and red onions, and we just kind of made a salad. And
so you're just inspired. You
just
kind of
there we go. Yeah, we're just kind of walking around, and there you go.
Okay, so let's start with this.
We'll start with this. Okay,
I love watermelon.
So growing up, it was always a big thing to do. Help grandma. Of course, we go back to grandma. She had a little Parisian scoop or little scoop, and we always scooped out all the melons and different fruits, and she decorated this huge watermelon bowl.
Wow,
so you had to kind of go back to that.
I can barely cut it in cubes.
You know, so give that a good little scoop.
Okay.
A little bit of arugula. Some feta.
Wouldn't think to mix cheese with fruit, but I'm here for it.
A little bit of salt. My aunt and uncle always put salt on their watermelon, a little bit of pepper. And then, so green chili vinaigrette. We've taken some roasted jalapenos, oil, mustard, a little bit of sherry vinegar, and there we go. Just very simple. Nothing crazy. And remember, when you think about salads, everyone kind of thinks, oh, does it have to be a green salad? You have the ever famous bean salad, those kind of things. Oh, I forgot one other thing.
I feel like the more colorful,
we'll put a little bit of jalapenos in there.
Oh, a little spice.
And so it's just a mixture bound by vinaigrette.
Okay.
There you go. And then you have to put it back into the watermelon bowl. Because that's what you have to do.
And then, hey, you don't have to do dishes after.
You don't have to do dishes. You have your own little vessel.
Perfect.
And there you go.
This looks so good.
And then, growing up, you'd always go around and eat watermelon with a toothpick. Or those kind of things. Or what my son does, we just cut up a watermelon, put it in the fridge, and we just sit there with the fridge open and just eat watermelon out of the fridge.
Nice.
So
Okay,
so that's a good little salad. So corn ribs. Ooh. So also being from Nebraska, being a corn husker, grew up cooking a lot of corn and shucking a lot of corn. Okay. So this is already pre-cooked. You can do these even a day before. No rush or anything like that. And so I like to think about whenever I cook corn, water, a lot of salt like the sea. Okay. And you can put any little flavoring in there that you can really think of. Okay. This is just like this thing, but like Old Bay, you could put a bunch of cumin, paprika.
Love Old Bay.
Bay leaves, things like that. And so you really want to make sure when the corn it's done, it's cooked, and then my big thing, when you're cooking it or when you're cutting it, you just kind of cut it down into ribs.
Okay.
And that's all you have to do. And kind of you'll still have like the middle part, the woody part, that's going to still be a little stiff. But cut that all down, okay? And then what you'll eventually get is something like so, okay? And then what we've done, we've taken our through the power of TV.
Yes, magic.
We've taken our little mayonnaise, our street corn mayo, put that on there, grilled it.
Okay.
And then we have a nice little appetizer. You have a nice little side dish you can do.
And so what's the street mayo made out of?
And so the street mayo, it's mayonnaise, a little bit of queso fresco, paprika, lime juice, a little bit of zested lime, a lot of cilantro, and then just put a little raw red onion, or you can put a little pickled red onion on there. And there you go.
Okay, voila.
So it's a good little dish. And that's another thing too, is you can do that cold, or you can do that hot. And kind of
works both ways.
Yep.
Okay.
So then with the burrata salad, okay. So stone fruits are starting to come into season. You have nectarines right here, plums. Pretty soon, I'm a big fan of peaches. So peaches will be coming around. So once again, an adorable friend of mine, we were walking around the store, we saw these. And it was like, okay, and they love burrata too, so
an inspiration.
And you have to do that. And so you kind of think about what are things going on around or growing in your yard. I have a bunch of mint that just kind of randomly appears after some time.
Okay.
And so what we've done here is just take your apricot. Remember, with stone fruits, you're going to have something. It'll be like a free stone, or with nectarines and things like that. A lot of times they'll just kind of be in there. So they're kind of a pain to kind of get around.
Yeah.
So you do have to kind of think about when you're cutting these.
Just cut it along the seed.
Just cut around the seed.
Okay.
Just kind of like sometimes you kind of do mangoes and things like that, and you kind of have to kind of get dirty a little bit.
Okay.
And just kind of, you have to put your finger in there and kind of scrunch it apart. Unfortunately, it's not really nice and pretty.
That's okay. Gotta get
that's
your
just how
hands
it
dirty
goes,
sometimes.
you know. And sometimes food doesn't have to be pretty, and kind of going from there.
Okay.
So all we've done there, give this little chop, nothing crazy. Mix this with, I need a bowl. I'll just use a plate.
Okay.
And then you just kind of neatly arrange it, nothing crazy. A little bit of red onion.
Okay.
I feel
like that mix of flavors is really good.
Yeah, it'll kind of pop it a little bit.
Yeah.
Some bull's blood, and so what this is these are beet green tops. Okay, so when beets sprout, the microgreens, let's say if it's like cilantro or bull's blood, these are just the sprouts of the beginning vegetables and things like that. And so it gives it a little bit of nutrition. Think about a little bit of olive oil.
All right.
Actually, we'll just use this one since we're probably short on time.
Yes.
So a little olive oil, a little reduced balsamic.
And then what's this on top?
And then this is burrata. Okay, so this is an Italian cow's milk cheese.
Okay.
Think about a lot about it, just kind of like mozzarella.
Okay.
And then you have the ever famous, nice, gooey center.
And I love that it's all like healthy, you know, because you're already having so much like burgers and hot dogs.
Yep.
So this pairs perfectly. Well, thank you so much, Chef, for coming in. I'm going to start digging in. I'm going to invite Cedric over. In the meantime, stay with us. We'll be back right after this break.